That's why I took my products out of Asian beauty supply 8 years ago.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So don't plan on ordering any more of this
No.
because you guys cannot carry Curator products anymore.
Right.
Yes.
Because the
I'm the owner. I'm the CEO.
Okay.
And you can't carry these products. So now everybody decides to boycott. I've been boycotting for 9 years.
Honestly, go ahead and boycott the Asian businesses. So we as Asian businesses could stand to learn the value of the black dollar. And yes, South Asians, I said we. We spent all of last month talking about how we're Asian too. I understand that Rick Chow and his thug-ass son are East Asian, but y'all know damn well that could have been one of y'all's parents.
With the situation that happened with Cyrus, that was the platform, that was the opportunity for Asians to come and say, you know what, we don't agree, let's bridge this gap, whatever the situation may be. As soon as they heard about Black people boycotting their nail salons and their stores and all of that, they went on a tirade. They became absolutely disrespectful, disregarding, quoting history that they have no clue about, talking about, people, immigrants come here and do better than you. I would never be in somebody else's country and blatantly say in their faces that, oh, I came here and did better than you, because just like a dollar is a dollar in a country, a citizen is a citizen in their country.
And you know what? My Asian man here, Juan Papa, said he wants to know, why do all Asians have to suffer for what this guy just did? And you know what that is, everybody? That's called fear. That's called the realization of fear of losing the black dollar.
But one thing I remember is the fact that I cannot come around whenever my friend's nephew is present. There is one nephew in particular that stands out because he despises black people. He hates black people. He doesn't even want to be in the presence of another black person. It makes him sick to his stomach when he sees a black person. And you want to know the funny thing about that? He has a nail salon in Inglewood. That's right. This Asian man who hates black people earns a living off green dollars coming from the pockets of black people.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause to this intellectual heavyweight. I'm not even going to do a commentary on this one. I'm just going to let the clip play.
Mind you, bitch, I don't really make no video on the weekends, bitch, because that's my tiempo. But I'm saying on motherfucking perro eaters, a.k.a. Asian motherfuckers, making they think pieces on this Cyrus case and how they blaming the black community and he stole water because he is ghetto and the black mamas ain't teaching they black children, blase, whoop-de-whoop. They saying all this because we said we boycotting they motherfucking perro eating businesses, bitch. Huh? That's why. So now you got to think piece on the black community, bitch. But let me tell you something. I don't take advice from no motherfucking body, especially a motherfucking Asian, a motherfucking Caucasian, a Indian. None of you motherfuckers can give me advice on the black community, bitch, because the problems that we have probably start with you, ho. So you can't inform me about me.
I'm sorry, but let's pause for a second and think about what we just witnessed. Now, at the very beginning of this video, a black entrepreneur walks into an Asian beauty supply store, not as a customer, but as a CEO of the very products sitting on those shelves, like, in this Asian shop. Now, that's already a surprising moment. But then everything changes. The CEO makes it clear those products will no longer be supplied to those stores, because the business relationship is over. I mean, just think about that. What exactly does that, actually represent? This is no longer just an argument on social media. It's becoming an economic decision. These Asians don't want, their shops to be full of, and not to be full, but at least to have, black-only products. They don't want, even though when people go into their shops, they ask for these black-only businesses. Okay, because according to the description of this video, it says people, when they enter these shops, okay, they were asking for this product from a black, manufacturer, this black-owned product. So out of jealousy that, this product is selling a lot, we are just promoting black people, he said no more of these products in this. I mean, instead of the tension dying, like, to cool down, more people keep speaking out. So where does this, story really go? What else happened? Anyway, brothers and sisters, stay with me until the end so we can see what exactly is happening. Now, let's continue with what this lady is saying. Like, nobody can advise me. Asians, white people, nobody can advise me. Let's continue. If this is your first time, please subscribe so we can have more of these discussions. In this video, there are more people, speaking a lot, firing back against against Asian community. Let's watch. I'll see you later for more discussion.
No escuche, bitch. I'm not trying to hear that. Just say you mad, bitch. Cause we about to boycott them motherfucking businesses, bitch. That's how you eat, ho. That's how you break bread, bitch. Off of black dollars. Just like we give it to you, bitch, we can take it away, ho. We did it to Target, and now we're going to do it to your motherfucking businesses, bitch. So you can have your motherfucking opinions on the black community, bitch, but one thing you can't have is our black dollars, ho. So go ahead and spread the word, bitch, to your other motherfucking dog eaters. That we no longer patronizing your motherfucking business, bitch. Now, run and tell that, bitch. Run and tell that. Since y'all on the internet, talking on rah, 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 bitch, out your motherfucking beef suckers, ho. Run and tell that. We'll shut your shit down, bitch, because you like to put them in our community anyway and then complain about us. Bitch, you like our black data but not our black skin. But that's okay.
Now I'm going to let that sit in the room for a second. I want y'all to tell me what kind of profound insights you picked up from this fine scholar.
Honestly, go ahead and boycott the Asian businesses. So we as Asian businesses could stand to learn the value of the black dollar. And yes, South Asians, I said we. We spent all of last month talking about how we're Asian too. I understand that Rick Chow and his thug-ass son are East Asian, but y'all know damn well that could have been one of y'all's parents. That immigrant mindset of come to America, keep your head down, don't bother anyone, they won't bother you. First of all, that's outdated. That's not going to work. You have to educate yourself on what's going on. Second of all, our parents need to understand what happened in this country, the groundwork that was laid, the work that black Americans did to give us the rights that we have now. Third of all, you don't get to come here and say you just want to keep your head down and make an honest living and have the American dream and don't cause any waves, but at the same time, uphold anti-blackness and the disenfranchisement of black Americans. You can't have it both ways. And before any of you want to get in my comments with some slick ass shit to say, talking about fine, okay, if they don't want to shop at our establishments, go get your own dry cleaners, go to your own restaurants, go to your own convenience stores. You are proving the point that's being made, first of all. I'm going to tell you two things that the black community have been trying to tell you. You just won't listen. One, black people don't forget. Black people do not forget. So if you already said some slick ass racist shit, you're fucked. I'm sorry. You've already lost them. And that serves you right. Number two, black people will treat you how you treat them. It is really that simple. And it makes perfect sense. In a country that has sought out to systemically oppress them from jump, I get that they're going to be weary interacting with different people. They're going to want to understand what you think of them and how you want to treat them. Because why would they intentionally subject themselves to that kind of bullshit? But let me also tell you something. When they say social media is the loudest minority, that shit's so real. You can have every single black person on TikTok come on here and say, I am no longer supporting insert Asian business. And you know what? They could genuinely mean that and they will never set foot in your door. But most people are not on TikTok. You are still going to have black patrons coming to your establishments, giving you a chance, being open. This is your chance to prove you are exactly who you claim to be. Treat them with some respect, make them feel welcome and invited, and don't fucking antagonize them. Don't watch them, don't hover. Don't talk down to them when they're coming in ready to spend their own money at your establishment. Don't follow them around the store. And for fuck's sake, don't chase little children out of your store just to shoot them in the back in self-defense. Bitch, fuck you. And to Rick Chow and your thug-ass son?
Community. I've never seen Asian people come out. Probably 2 or 3 or 4. Probably 2. I've seen 2. And speak on behalf of black people. The injustice, just everything. I've never seen, it's very rare, right? With the situation that happened with Cyrus, that was the platform, that was the opportunity for Asians to come and say, you know what, we don't agree, let's bridge this gap, whatever the situation may be. As soon as they heard about black people boycotting their nail salons and their stores and all of that, they went on a tirade. They became absolutely disrespectful, disregarding, quoting history that they have no clue about, talking about, people, immigrants come here and do better than you. I would never be in somebody else's country and blatantly say in their faces that, oh, I came here and did better than you, because just like a dollar is a dollar in a country, a citizen is a citizen in their country. You have never underwent the things that they have gone through. You have never sat in the seats, wore the shoes, put on the coat. You've never done any of that. So to even bring that in tells where your heart and your mind is. This would have been the perfect opportunity for y'all to come out and say, you know what, it's time. But y'all don't do that. You hide behind white supremacy. You hide behind your yellow skin. And you stay within your community while you take our money. It's only fair that black people stand up for what they choose to or what they want to stand up for. And if they choose not to get service from you, that's what they choose. That's what we choose. Don't be mad about it. Because right now, instead of coming to the table, you're all the lady, I don't know, she looked like she's from the Philippines. Just being disrespectful and disregarding, talking about niggerish. And I'm saying, this would have been the opportunity. But you know what? Y'all couldn't keep digesting the same things over the years. You have gotten so emboldened that racism that y'all sit on, eat on, drink on, had to come out of your system. And instead of trying to make the situation better, you've automatically made it worse. So since the dude said that he has businesses in white communities, let them support y'all. Let them do it. And don't be mad at black people because they choose not to. That's our choice. I will stand by 10 toes down.
So it's a little quick PSA message real quick for the black folk. If you haven't caught on right now is the best time to open those businesses that you've been sitting on and pondering about and wondering and waiting and hoping you get support. I know a lot of black business owners around my way as well as myself. We have closed down. I've closed down 2 diners and a restaurant myself, me and my family, because of lack of support from the black community. I know other business owners that closed down their companies because of lack of support from the black community. Right now is the best time in the world because God is giving us permission now to take back this earth, but you have to take it by force, by wisdom. All right. Right now, you're seeing the boycott of many businesses, many big establishments, Walmart, Target, Asian businesses. It's a big thing, right? And people are actually starting to support because they see that this is a life and death matter. So I say all that to say, open those businesses that you've been pondering about, all right?
Politicians said black Americans cannot do without them. They said black Americans cannot wear Nikes, they cannot wear makeup, they cannot do this, they cannot even do their common nails if eventually black Americans decide to boycott Asian in America. Look at the stores. Asian stores are empty. Their stores are empty. Black Americans are not opening their stores. They're not spending their dollar within the black community. Why do you think it is impossible to do something? I don't know. Now Asians are crying bitterly. Asians are saying they don't have anything to rely on because a lot of them rely on nail tech, salon shops, stores in America. Now black Americans are taking everything back. They're not destroying their properties. They're just saying we are no longer spending our dollar there. We are going to be spending it in the black community. They never even starts.
Hi, Asian people. I just want you to know that I'm always in your business because I date Asians. Not only do I date Asians, I have Asian friends and associates. Not only do I have Asian friends and associates, I spend my hard-earned dollars in your businesses. I am a steadfast supporter of your businesses, and I frequently spend my hard-earned dollars in your shops. I buy your products. I buy your games. I buy your apparel. I am also spending my hard-earned dollars in your Asian countries. Remember that story time I shared about an Asian gentleman at a pool party telling me and a group of other people at that pool party that Asians do not care about black people's social justice issues? That Asian people do not care about black people's civil rights? They only care about our green dollar? And someone commented and said, I have a really hard time believing an Asian person said that. And I promise you, the universe works in mysterious ways. Within 2 weeks, there have been a plethora of videos created by Asian people spewing white, racist, white supremacist rhetoric. Now, do I believe that black people should boycott all Asian businesses? No, I don't think that's the way to go. However, I do believe that there are some Asian businesses that are operating in black neighborhoods that should face a boycott. For instance, story time. I dated someone Vietnamese and we have established a pretty good friendship. But one thing I remember is the fact that I cannot come around whenever my friend's nephew is present. There is one nephew in particular that stands out because he despises black people. He hates black people. He doesn't even want to be in the presence of another black person. It makes him sick to his stomach when he sees a black person. And you want to know the funny thing about that? He has a nail salon in Inglewood. That's right. This Asian man who hates black people earns a living off green dollars coming from the pockets of black people and has the nerve to have a shop in Inglewood. And now my friend says, I've done everything I can. I've had conversations. I've shown him videos. I love black people and I want my nephew to love black people the same, but he refuses. He refuses to get to know black people on an interpersonal level. He hates them. And this is one of the reasons why I can support the boycott, because there are actually Asians in our neighborhoods, in black neighborhoods with operating businesses. And these people do not like black folks. They despise us. They hate us. They don't want nothing to do with us. That is why they take their money from the shops that they earn and take them to other communities, take them to white communities, take them to Asian communities.
And you know what? My Asian man here, Juan Papa, said he wants to know, why do all Asians have to suffer for what this guy just did? And you know what that is, everybody? That's called fear. That's called the realization of fear of losing the black dollar. You see, the reality is this. This is not about him just shooting him in the back. This is about decades of consistent disrespect all across the board. You see, we watch your group of people align with, I'm gonna pull a card. These white groups who really look at you as a house pet. When you move to the communities with them and your daughters and your sons marry them, they're not marrying them because they look at them as good partners. They look at them as obedient pets. How do I know this? I live in the suburbs. I watch this every day. Now, this is no dig at white Americans because it's not your fault. But the reality is this. This is for all of these groups who've come to the United States of America and decided to stab us in the back. There will be consequences and it will be paid in dollars.
Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Now, before we even try to break this thing down, there is one point that keeps coming up throughout this entire discussion. Now, many of the people speaking are basically saying respect has to work both ways. I mean, if customers feel welcomed, I'm talking of these black customers, feel welcomed, feel valued, respected as people, with all dignity, they're naturally more likely to keep, supporting Asian businesses. But if they believe they are constantly being treated with suspicion or disrespect, they will naturally start looking for, businesses where they will be, appreciated, respected. And that's exactly the concern many people in these conversations are, expressing, the only place a black person can be at least appreciated, maybe it's only to a fellow black, person, like black to black business, arrangement. That's the alternative right now. Black people are trying to say, no, if Asians cannot respect us, we're not going to whites, we're not going to Latinos, we're not going to any other community. We are going to our own, because it's where respect is guaranteed. Now, let's try to break down, some of the biggest messages that came out in this debate. The first message is simple. Economic power matters. Now, what about it? In the video, several speakers believe where people choose to spend their money is one of the strongest ways to express their opinions, their voice. Instead of, protesting through the words alone, they argue consumers can simply decide where they shop, where they, spend their money. Whether people agree with that approach, or maybe some of them, or including you don't agree, but I think it clearly shows how important consumer spending has become in this conversation, how consumer spending has now been seen to be, I think black people have the voice with their money. Now, the second message is probably one of the most surprising one. I mean, an Asian speaker actually encouraged the black consumers to continue the boycott, but not because like he wanted businesses to fail, no, but he believed it would push some business owners to recognize the value of black customer, of black dollar. Now, he argued that racism and disrespect cannot continue while expecting the same community to keep supporting those businesses financially. So honestly, that perspective stood out to me because it came from somebody within the Asian community. Now, the third message is all about, building black-owned businesses. Now, several speakers argued that instead of focusing only on where not to shop, this moment should inspire more people to open more businesses of their own, like more black people should engage, should start businesses, should launch their companies, because it's their time. They believe every boycott should also become an opportunity to create something new. Okay, so in this case, like new products, new business, new shop, new company, all those things, new job opportunity. I mean, whether it's beauty supply stores, restaurants, salons, or convenience stores, a goal is to build businesses, create jobs and keep more money circulating within the black community. Now, the fourth message is about the accountability. Many speakers argue that when racial tensions arise, silence sometimes, can be interpreted as some sort of acceptance, or, you are tolerating it. They wanted to see more business owners publicly reject racist behavior and help build trust with the communities they serve. That's it. Now, their argument is that strong relationships require both respect and the accountability. Okay, there has to be not only respect but there's no accountability, or there's only accountability but there's no respect, especially after emotional events like this. Now, the fifth message these people are also trying to say is about long-term relationships. Several people argue that the businesses cannot supply depending on the customers' money. It cannot do. They also have to earn customers' trust. You cannot just depend on their money. You don't want them. Okay, but customers' trust, respect, fair treatment, and good service are just part of the important, tools as products being sold. You have to put them together. You cannot do them separately. If customers feel valued, they are more likely to maintain loyalty. Okay, they will be loyal. But if they don't feel respected, they don't feel valued, they feel like they only somebody only values their money, not them as people, many will eventually look elsewhere. That's why we see black people going to black-owned businesses. That's elsewhere. Now, whether you agree with every opinion shared in this video, or you don't agree, or maybe you feel like some of them are not absolutely clear, but the discussion has grown into something much bigger than a single incident. It's now a wider conversation about business, about community, about solidarity, trust, and where people choose to spend their black dollar. So I really want to hear from you. What exactly are your thoughts? Do you think, these are, the biggest lessons we can have, like for people to unite? Like somebody said, it's good for Asians to learn, but even if they learn to respect black people, are black people willing to go back to Asians? What do you think? Let's discuss that in the discussion. In the comments below. Share your views respectively. And if this is your first time, please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and join the community so we can have more of these discussions again and again. But remember, respect has to go both ways. What you give it to me is what I'll give it to you. What you give to others, they'll give it to you. When you respect others, you don't lose. You only earn that respect back to you. Why? Every human being under the earth needs respect. There's no way you need respect, you don't respect others. Give it to others what you want them to give to you. See you next time, and I'm proud of you.